Welcome back to Thrifty Whiskey. I'm Josh.
I'm Keith.
And I'm Eric.
And we're going to pour this whiskey. We don't know what it is. All we know is that we paid less than $35 for it. You know what it is, though. And we're going to tell you what we think. I don't want to tell you what my first thought was.
What was your first thought?
It smelled like stinky feet.
Could be worse.
It could be worse, but it smelled like stinky feet. It smells gone away now, but my first thought was like someone's foot that they just took out of a shoe. It wasn't like necessarily like a dirty foot. Just, you know, that it was in a shoe.
Like a used foot. I think it smells alright.
It smells fine.
I'm getting a little bit of mustiness.
I'm getting like a sour apple.
I'm going for taste, though.
Ooh, is that smooth? I said coughing. Oh, that's delicious.
This is reminding me of some sort of gum.
Is it juicy fruit? Mm-mm. Are you going to say juicy fruit? Because I think it tastes like juicy fruit.
What is the cinnamon one?
No.
That's Big Red.
Big Red. It's like a mixture of Big Red and juicy fruit. Or like a cinnamon juicy fruit.
I think this tastes absolutely delicious.
I can see the Big Red.
I can also see mint, some sort of mint though.
Yeah,
too.
I was going to say, I think I'm getting a note of spearmint.
Like, I'm getting like a cinnamon apple. Like a caramel cinnamon apple. That mouthfeel is also fantastic. And the finish is certainly present.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not impressed.
I'm going to be honest. I was expecting garbage off that nose.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm thinking this would be a great pairing with a slice of apple pie.
Yeah, probably hyperbole, but this may be one of the top 5 whiskeys I've ever drank in palate.
I wouldn't go that
Probably
far.
hyperbole.
Not for me.
Probably hyperbole, but it has a juicy mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
The way the cinnamon is presenting is so strange to me, though. Like both on the nose and on the palate, the cinnamon note tastes off, and I don't know what that offness is.
Maybe it's not a cinnamon note.
No, it's definitely cinnamon, but like a cinnamon gum, but not like Big Red, or not just Big Red, but like cinnamon something else.
Hot tamales candy.
Yeah, that could be there.
That could be it.
Like if you had hot tamale candy at Mike and Ike's and you mix them together, because that's what I used to do. They look similar enough. Okay, it was hyperbole. This is not that great, but it's very good.
I think it's a good dessert whiskey.
Yeah, you need to get some water out here before I drink it all.
Yeah, it brings that cinnamon note to the forefront. Yeah, it almost smells like unrefined cinnamon. Not that I know what that smells like, but...
Not like what you picture as unrefined cinnamon. Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm getting that caramel note.
Yeah, that's much more... less sour on the nose. Like, I'm not getting the sour apple. I'm getting, like, a regular apple. Caramely.
Maybe a little bit of, like, a vanilla.
That fruity apple note that really paired well with the cinnamon has moved to the background. And that cinnamon has really moved to the front. And there's something off about it.
All right, we're going to move into ratings. We're going to talk about the nose, palate, and finish on a scale of 0 to 5.
I'm giving it a 2.5 on the nose. It was adequate. It was average. It got better with water on the nose. But it was certainly not strong. I'm giving it a 4.5 on the palate. Honestly, it like blindsided me how good this was. Because I was getting sour apple and stinky feet. And suddenly, it was to the point where I, in a rash set of words, decided it was one of the best 5 whiskeys I've ever had. It is not, but it is very good. 3.5 on the finish. Very solid. Nothing to write home about though.
Eric, we are so close on our ratings. I'm giving the nose a 2. I got the sour apple. I loved the sour apple. I did not like the mustiness that I was getting from it. If I had just gotten sour apple, it would have been a 3 solid. The flavor profile. I absolutely love this, just not as much as you. I'm going with a 4. I love that hot cinnamon flavor that I was getting paired with the sour apple. Good mix. And then I'm going back to a 2 on the finish. The hot cinnamon took over just a little too much.
So I'm going to give the nose a 3. Once I got past the weirdness and was able to adjust to the nose, it was, starting to get the more cinnamon notes and everything, and I actually enjoyed it. I did not enjoy the palate near as much. I felt like the palate actually just kept with the nose, so I'm only giving that a 3. The finish was actually my favorite part of this. I thought the finish strong with the cinnamon, and the cinnamon just kind of kept all the way through. And because the cinnamon kept around in a nice gentle way, I'm going to a 3.5 on the finish. We're going to move on to our guesses. We're going to guess what kind of whiskey we think this is, what do you think the proof is, what we think the retail price is, and then we'll tell you how much we're willing to pay to get a bottle of this on our shelf.
This whiskey is definitely from here, being the United States. It's a bourbon of some sort. I'm just going to say it's a bourbon. Proof-wise, I think this is an 84. I truly believe this is an 84 proof bourbon.
Just remember, 86 is more common.
86 proof bourbon. I think this retails around 20. I'd be willing to pay 24.
I do think this is a Kentucky bourbon, although I wasn't quite getting that hug.
Yeah, right.
So, but you don't have to have a hug for it to be a Kentucky bourbon. So I'm going to stick with a Kentucky bourbon. I'm going to go 86 proof on this. Retail, I'd say 15, and I'd pay 18.
I'm going to go a rye. I'm going to go...
Interesting.
My first, I think I might be wrong. I'm going to risk it.
What rye notes are you getting?
When we first got the weird juicy fruit note on the nose, I thought maybe that smelled a little bit of like a eucalyptus-y weirdness.
All right, whatever.
I'm going to go 90 proof, though. I'm going to go, it probably retails for around 20. I'd be willing to pay 18. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Joyce, what did we drink today?
Today you were drinking Powers Irish Rye. Powers Irish Rye is a single-grain Irish whiskey from the Middleton Distillery and uses a 100% Irish Rye Mashbill, a mixture of malted and unmalted rye. Powers Irish Rye is a new expression that was launched in 2023. This bottle comes in at 86.4 proof. We paid $29 for our bottle with an average retail price of $32. As always, your prices may vary.
All right, thanks, Joyce. Today we drank... Oh.
What?
Wow.
What?
It was sort of right.
Okay, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. That is the dang good Irish.
Because it is a good Irish. But it's an Irish
Irish
rye.
rye.
That's a good Irish.
Yeah.
I paid $29 for this. But I think for a 86 proof Irish, regardless of the rye factor here, and the uniqueness of it being an Irish rye, $29 is fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's an all rye Irish whiskey. That being said, that explains my lack of enthusiasm.
Yeah, because you don't like rye as much.
I'm not a big rye person.
I love me some rye.
Even though this is not my jam, I think if you like Irish and you like rye whiskeys, it's something you want to try. It's a whiskey worth exploring. So if you like what Eric likes, just go get.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, that's all we have for that bottle. Let us know what you think down in the comments below, and until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy who says,
This drink's on me.